Hundreds of people are dying every year, but you can be safe. Check early, prevent cancer, save your life. We can all together cancer.
This message is brought to you by the Liberian Cancer Society in partnership with Orange Foundation.
Power, music power. R&B, Afro pop, old school, jazz, mellow, you name it. We've got it all on Freedom FM.
I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together in 2018,
nobody plays more music. Absolutely nobody.
When your radio sounds better, it's gotta be Freedom.
This is
87.9 FM.
We navigate complexity of governance. The partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires, free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we faced in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing
Freedom
units,
FM,
and achieved on so
87.9.
many
That's my
fronts
station.
that we are able
Hello, B, what's up?
this year.
This is the music persona.
I
Right down the
acknowledge that
DJ
there is
2,
always room
international DJ.
perhaps
You heard?
who have been on
87.9. That's
different
my
sectors.
station.
Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated.
When your radio sounds better, it's gotta be Freedom.
I am hopeful
87.9
that the administration
FM.
will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nyimabuaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position that was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am heading over to the next administration a net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges than my administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I held still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the rule of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, will never turn against our own people, and external actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term, a testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but as trusted and credible. Liberia is now regarded as a pillar of democracy in West Africa and a shining example to the world. This was only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of your political affiliation, for staying the course and helping build a stronger and more vibrant nation. As I step aside as president of Liberia, I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer, political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC, in order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences, embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on preserving the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
We also wrote a speech in liberation day, everybody else. We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing about our effort to bring a new regime and to sit with happiness. We wrote a paper for that 79-year-old man. He's talking to me, and before that, I will tell you that I will tell you US, I will bring one for you. But you see what I will tell you about we come to pray.
When you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries. But there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity. It concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence, 30 years, prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brandon Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and Armed Prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years, Unconventional and Special Operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time with experience from Capitol Hill, where he served with a U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee sometime before. It came as no surprise to me that as a reward of sorts for Stephen Rapp's diligence in the execution of U.S. foreign policy objectives through these ad hoc tribunals, he was appointed U.S. Ambassador at Large for War Crimes Issues. In support of the contextual framework of politics, on February 8, 2006, Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, prosecutor, appeared before a U.S. Congress Subcommittee on Africa, Defense Exhibit D404, and spelled out in clear terms the decision taken in support of regime change in Liberia and what needed to happen to solidify that process. There was little mention, if any, in his testimony about Sierra Leone. And here is what he said. I posit that 5 years from now, when the international community is challenged by other crises, Taylor in Calabar, under the protection of Nigeria, will make his move. We will wake up one morning and watch on CNN as Taylor rides triumphantly down the main street in Monrovia to the executive mansion, daring all of us to come and get him. Unless he is handed over to the Special Court for Sierra Leone, this scenario is not out of the realm of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the Special Court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial. His kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the Special Court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people sue us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much time. I said they lie. The people who are so, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach. Indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? See, we just tell you. We will tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and little abuse us. So why? They why? But that the question that we ask. They lie. The people sue us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us so. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on nobody. My hope that I have been broken. My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go.
And yes, it's all good to be here tonight. Monday I was out. Tuesday I was out. Wednesday I was out. And today I'm in. The different schedules, the different activities. But you know, it's all part of life. Life is like a game. It's like a revolving cycle. It comes with complications. If not handled properly, those complications keep revolving because you have not shown that you have the capacity and the ability to solve those problems. And that's where leadership, maturity, tolerance, patience, determination all come in. Let me say it very, very pleasant. Good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to those of you in the diaspora. Our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on Freedom Hard Talk. This is 87.9. This is Freedom FM. Not too many things to talk about tonight because this edition of the show is going to be treated differently. Tonight is the time to do talk show, but you're going to do it in another form and manner that will express your emotions, your sentiments, your beliefs and your disbeliefs, your likes and dislikes. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation. Tonight is the time to appraise the level of work we've done here on this platform, particularly because tonight's edition is going to be the final edition of this show. Why? Yes, I said tonight's edition of this show is going to be the final edition of Freedom Hard Talk on Freedom FM 87.9. So we will give you the chance, the opportunity for all of us to interact. After tonight's edition, there will be no more Freedom Hard Talk on this radio station. And there will be no Osikawa voice or Junkies Morris's voice on this station in the night of a program called Freedom Hard Talk. My people don't want to hope on nobody. My hope that I have been broken. So my people, tonight's edition is our final edition of the show. We are transitioning. Oh, what's this? We are transitioning. Yes, we have a message for you tonight. We will bid you farewell tonight. There's going to be no more Freedom Hard Talk. There's going to be no Austin Kawa voice on this radio in the night. There's going to be no Junkies Morris's voice on this radio in the night on Freedom Hard Talk. So in short, we say Freedom Hard Talks edition. Tonight's edition is the final edition of this show. So we are having a conversation tonight with all of you. My name is Austin Kawa. You will not hear this introduction anymore on this radio after tonight's edition. You will not hear my friends, my fans, my followers, my critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. This intro, this signature tune will no more be heard on Freedom Hard Talk because there will be no more Freedom Hard Talk and because we will be no more on the radio at night. That's the news we have for all of you. I made a post about this today. As I'm on the radio talking, the phone is still ringing. Messages are still pouring in. Questions are still being asked. And tonight's edition provides the perfect platform for us to answer some of your questions, if not all of your questions tonight. But we are leaving Freedom Hard Talk. Junkies Morris is here along with me, and tonight we are going to talk up till 10 o'clock, and then we move on. Let's take a break. From Crime Stopper Liberia. When we come back, we will welcome all of you joining us tonight on the show.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community comfort and partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Okay, thank you, Old Man Sam Sion. Let's see some of those joining us tonight on the show. Beginning with Samuel Allison. Welcome to the show. Canisius Junior Bar. Welcome to the show. Stephen Nangwe. Welcome to the show. Saturday Wondule. Welcome to the show. Edward Cole. Welcome to the show. Emmanuel Bro. It's good to have you joining us tonight. Hilton Willa Jido has joined us from Sano. Stanley Boso is following the show tonight. Thomas Jaffa Karanda has joined us tonight from West Point. Brahma Obinto Kiadi is following from Hotel Africa, Virginia. Where Melvin Brown, the Prince of Doe community, he's joining the show tonight. Terry Kumar has joined us. Sylvester is following. Felicia Swain has joined us. Couple Widow is joining tonight from Calcutta City. Philip Kemia Jr. has joined us from Plumco in Broville, Jersey. Tupa is following the show tonight. It's good to have you, Jersey. Uh, G. Gabriel joining has joined us. Alex Kamara is following from District 17. They're the voice of District 17. The difference between the frequency and ours is that we are 87.9 and they are 89.7. Agatha Glasgow, welcome to the show. Tumide LT, welcome to the show. Harrison Tompo, it's good to have all of you joining us tonight. James Lamy, T. Sylvester Yenswa, Ma do the rest of body, but you don't rest of body. uh, Barry Freeman is joining. Calvin Torward is following as well. Favor Morris, it's good to have you here tonight. Hear that message from Susie. I'm waiting to hear that message from myself. Sekou Kone is joining us. Asata Mira. If you don't make the emotional than that, you go Junkins can cry. Henry told, I'm the emotional type actually. Henry told Junior Mantonian's son, yeah, Princess Orita Johnson, Emmanuel Bolo. All of you, it's good to have all of you join us tonight. So, like we said, Junkies, welcome to the show. Welcome to your final edition of this show tonight. Welcome.
Yeah, Austin, a good day. It was great. It was great. The time was good. Our followers, all those that kept us in prayer, those that kept guarding the process through the pieces of advice, by whatever means, all of you that have ardently supported us and gave us the courage to always come here and be bold to fight on behalf of Liberia. This evening, I want to say thanks for your support. And it was nice being your friend. I'm Junkies Morris. Welcome to the platform. Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9, the final edition. Austin Kawai and Junkies Morris.
The final edition.
Yeah, still.
Okay, so like we said, tonight's edition is going to be informal. It's going to be a mixture of formality, and informality, and all of that tonight. So, I know how some of you are feeling by the posts I made on Facebook. I receive a lot of calls, text messages, and all of that. Some are insulting me, some were asking questions, some were commenting, and all of that. But you see, Junkies, yeah, life has stages, and leadership is not static. So people should not think that you're supposed to be stuck in one place and all of that. That's not the professional definition of consistency. It may be the literal, or I should say the literature or the grammatical definition of consistency, be doing one thing consistently, the piece, everything. But professionally, that's when you just one play profession. That's not a professional definition of consistency.
Life is change.
So, yeah. So, but we have to move on with our lives, with our career, with our profession, with our different things. Involving different things. Surely, those of you that are coming on, we have to keep emphasizing that tonight. Tonight's edition of this show is the final edition of Freedom Hard Talk tonight, and we will not be doing Freedom Hard Talk again. I will not be here on this radio tonight. On this radio, Junkies will not be here. Junkies may be here, but maybe probably on doing something else somewhere. I may be here doing something else somewhere. But at the end of the show, like we said, at the end of the show, we can assure you that those of you who want to know where we are going, we're going to announce our next destination at the close of the show, so you will know what will be going next and what we will be doing there next. So we have to emphasize that. So tonight we're going to announce the telephone numbers. I know it's been a long while, it's been years interacting with you, believing in us, believing in what we say here, believing in what we do here, the cause, the different supports you show us, the disagreements, the insults we receive, the radical and harsh commentaries we send across to those who benefited whether negatively or positively from our commentaries and all of that. I mean, it was a nice time interacting with the public, with our audience. And so tonight we have to bid you farewell. We have to say goodbye. There has to come a time where people will, there has to be a time where people will say goodbye. And tonight we are saying goodbye to you. So tonight is your goodbye. It's the goodbye edition of this show. No more Freedom Hard Talk. It's canceled. It's abolished. It's terminated. So the show has been terminated by management. And so there's no more Freedom Hard Talk. So we are transitioning. But Junkies, again, I know the partnership here was short, but I think what's up?
Life goes on. Life goes on. Yeah, life goes on. You know, when I got the news, I was too emotional, but how be it? That's it. Life goes on.
Yeah.
And it's appreciable that management did well to keep this platform on. It's not easy to run a radio station. And I think management had been very much instrumental in making sure that the message reached out there to our people. Our people are educated on those, at least, issues that they should be educated on so they know their rights. And, the platform has played a major role in transforming lives, in making our people to remain peaceful, allowing our people to accept democratic transitioning, and at least keeping our people at bay since there's already tension in the country. So it is good that the management managed Freedom Hard Talk up to this time. But we have to go. We have to go. So I don't know what's in my mind. We just gave today to the people.
The only message we have to go there. We have to go.
Yeah, sure.
If they're driving us, we have to go.
Life goes on. So I think since today is our farewell edition, I think it will be prudent that we give most of the time to our
the people will talk.
At least to share their experience with us as to how they felt over the years interacting with the platform, interacting with the both of us, and where we are now and where we are headed. I think it will be good to have them say and express on other issues that have been burning them since they will now have freedom hard talk to be on the hard issues to be hitting hard we used to do. Now we are transitioning to freedom hard talk will be Donald Trump say obliterated. Yeah, so us.
So let's announce the numbers for all of you.
0776 104 104 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 0886 500 104.
And we have a special message for all of you, but that will be done in our closing argument or in our closing statements. we have some messages for you. So let's play this song by uh So Fresh. He calls this song Me, Myself and I. He features Cassie Money. Okay, not this one now, but this one by Lucky Toby. He calls this my brother, my enemy. Hmm? I know reggae song. He calls it this my brother, my enemy.
Yeah.
So listen to him. Listen. You may not have the opportunity to interact again, or we may have. So junkies, let's go to the telephone lines. My name is Austin Kawa, and junkies Morris is here. Let's talk to all of you for the next 15 20 minutes, and then we can move into something into our farewell comments tonight, and then we can go home to sleep. Yes, I'm seeing all of your messages. Trust me. I'm reading your messages. Yeah, maybe I will read some of them without calling your names. Let's talk to the first person. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining the final edition of Freedom Heart Talk tonight. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to share with us? What feelings or emotions or sentiments do you want to share tonight? Let's hear you.
Okay, how are you?
God is good to us.
First of all, I want to say thank you for your good work. You have been on. I'm a silent listener. Really, I'm not too much calling.
Okay.
Well, I'm a silent listener. Really, you guys are trying to put some fear in us while we live in the country. Meaning, if you really believe in the confined you just, you're just going away, trying to act like you are trying to be silent. We don't really know what's going on the ground. We don't really know what is going on. Yes, a taxi driver.
I mean,
you are coming in distorted.
In the same week, I spend more than 300 years on tow truck. You see, we're really feeling discouraged. And also, they are later on frustration hearing that economic projects program down, you're about to give farewell, all this stuff. You make it to be a friend. You know what is going on. Anyway, let God bless you and bless your family, bless your children. Let God be a guidance you upon you and your brother. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Leave you there and go to line 2. This caller, your name is joining us from where?
Good evening, Mr. Kawan. Good evening to Junkie Morris.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for you guys. The awesome because I am not forgetting on Facebook when I received call that Mr. Kawan posted something on his page so my sister called to ask him. I started to get angry with her, but they see me tonight and it's so sad for us who are getting to you guys on the air, making us to know our rights. Well, this is the path our country is on, so it will be I don't know if we will not see the light, the hands up, or any of the two in the morning or the afternoon of our. So for us, we have getting used to it, you start anywhere you can go, we stay
we will announce something at the end of the show. You just keep listening. Okay. Let's talk to City Geeks. Hello.
Yeah, hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Hello?
Welcome, City Kids.
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, this caller back on my one. Hello.
But we don't want for you to leave on our station there. I beg you, if that anything they cost, you have not reached them to us. You tell us we come together and solve the problem. You shouldn't do that to us. I beg you, us here and Morris. Please, I beg you, I take what to beg you. You shouldn't leave that. All of us will put that up for you. I beg you, this is and I even study myself happy. I just study for PhD. I beg you, you shouldn't do that to us. We have already getting used to it. And they go and you shouldn't do that to us. I beg you, and Morris. They are transitioning for anywhere you tell us, but we don't want for we very not agree, and I agree today, tomorrow, and I agree. Thank you.
Thank you.
Listening to you, following you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sisi, let's hear you.
How are you, General?
Sisi, go ahead.
Thank you. So, Austin, what's going on? Junkie Morris. Telling us tonight. I've been put down already. When you put telling us.
No, you have to be. You have to be strong.
No, we can't be strong. You cannot be strong this way. And I want to ask Mr. Cooper, he bought a station to put people down.
What you Cooper do now?
But you are telling us that the management said, who the management?
Well, Cooper not get control over me. I won't go. I won't go. Cooper tell me don't go.
What you said, the management said we don't have to. So I'm asking, who's the management that cancel this show?
There will be another show to replace the next show. To replace We Don't Have Talk.
Okay, I'm telling you, I will call my woman together. If that profile who telling us that you want to call profile yesterday, I ain't saying more yes, We Don't Have Talk, who will get to that station? I will call my woman and protest at that station. When you look at it, I'm telling you. Austin, trust me, I'm telling you. I will call my woman together. I will protest. My woman will join yes and protest people at that station. What's going on?
Why you get call Oliver? Why you get call your group brother? Oliver is the general manager here.
Oh, so he okay, management.
So call Oliver. He's the general manager here at your group brother. Don't carry your anger to cancel Cooper.
No, that Cooper have the station.
But Cooper not get control of me now. I won't go. I'll go.
Going there as a manager.
Okay.
So that his station to protest. I will call my woman. You better stop what you're doing. And I find you make your please stay up. But in an hour, when I hear 2-3 days, I will together with protest at that station. I'm telling you. I'm just speaking, I'm not lying to you.
Thank you.
It's not correct. We're begging you, please. And anything happens, also will go there and solve it out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next person, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Austin Kawa and Junkie Morris.
Welcome.
Patupa,
I am.
Go ahead, Patupa.
Yes. Austin Kawa.
Yes.
Junkie, where's Junkie Morris?
Junkie is here.
Yeah.
Okay, poor your man, you know. The battle where we are fighting here, your man have many people here to question me. Pay where you want to go, whether your girlfriend want to carry you there. Put yourself together. That thing that when you're talking that we don't want to hear it. We tell your way getting the number line. Your way getting the number line. We have phones. You have many people in the people to say, yeah, there are people there. Beating you. You find something to talk last studio. We want to get correct thing that we want to get to them.
We leave you. I see what to tell you. Thank you. Papa was leaving the easy one. Favor Morris. Let's talk to Favor Morris. Good evening to you.
Yeah, welcome.
Austin, what you say?
What you see?
Morris Live.
What you see?
Because none of us agree. Why would you do that? The city you get in the morning show, you're changed to night show, then you come back again and say, oh, you're going to stop, you're going to do this. Let me just go to real Liberia where if I said you miss people, I would speak better. Why you want to hurt us? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Our family, we already used to you guys.
No. You understand, but don't make anything emotional. Me, but I guess they got in a graduate. Let's take.
Okay.
Okay, that will conclude. Let's have our conclude, and then we can move to. Phil, just conclude, and then we can take another shot.
Oh, just why you cut me off? You leaving? We're trying to express how we feel because you hurting us, and you said doing it, and you go cut the phone off.
Sorry.
You think it's right? You think it's right? You're trying to bully us? We have our own right to do. You're trying to do something better. Please beg you do that though. You know I know they're listening. What must this I call you or something?
She just preceded you.
You just said, oh, why?
She just called. She preceded your call.
You said, oh, wow, why you get under your sleep that you're not telling us that we have to share tears or know the good side or the bad side.
So we still Phil. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay, Phil.
There are many others listening to the show who will not call, who cannot get you the line. I know how it feels, but we have to. I mean,
yeah, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, so it's so heartbreaking what also was not so long. And I share with Israel, we don't want to go away from it, but we don't have control of anything that will go. For us, one thing I want you to note, these people's voices are the one that count our life today. So the very few people were going to die 2023 election. So also, I beg you, if there is anything, please, that will have a round table and discuss. But I want to believe it's not true. Maybe you're just testing out to know how we love you people. We love you from the depth of our heart. So when yesterday I see my mother crying on the show, I'm down. I just got my phone. I just got my phone broken. So please don't stay and beg me people. I John Massey will give you 3 days. If we can't love you, we'll tell the street for you, begging your place. Us will love you. We love that we haven't seen you for 50 place, but we love you people. Your voices are the one that count our life today. If they want you, AB, and the rest of the other, then we go. So make our phone so that they don't listen to your every day. Even if it is not touch, we'll chat your phone, we'll fall on the show. This is all the things that we'll watch the people book. The book will go begging about on my bended knees tonight. I'm on my knees tonight asking you. Please, I beg you, if anything went wrong, we beg you about for the sake of us, for the sake of we the masses, for the sake of us, we left with nothing else. But you people voices are what I have to do. So I beg you about on my bended knees to see that on my crying. You know, it's not good for a lady, most especially female, for a tear to touch the ground, meaning all are being touched. So beg you about it for any reason for the sake of us, please, I'm on my bended knees. The common temperature of Single today, we are begging and calling on you tonight, please, Papa. We hold your feet. We're begging you people in that city. We're really break our heart. Your voices, the woman we used to hear everything. That's why when you come on the show, we just confuse and be turning left and right. Please, Papa, we want our bended knees as a mother. We give breath to you people. We want our bended knees as a mother. We calling on you to reconsider your decision. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's talk to CDGs. He's back on the line so we can conclude with him and then we can move. What happened to the phone? Okay. Go ahead, my brother.
Hey, thank you very much. This is GT. I'm calling from Canada. And also, I want to thank you guys for the show. And I want to say thanks to the other caller and thing. And probably most all share the same view.
No, also, what I want to say is that it's sad to know that you guys are going to be leaving this program because a lot of people listen to the program. You know, this is form of entertainment. More people don't have like TV and thing, but they listen to the radio and thing. And you guys come and inform the people about what is happening in the country and what everybody's talking about. And sometimes you tell the people things that they don't even know. So people enjoy the kind of thing. So if there's anything that we can do to be able to keep this program or keep this identical freedom up running and thing, then you can share with us, especially like the listening audience thing.
Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub Talk.
The Freedom Hub. The Freedom Hub Talk, I mean, you see, since you got started, you got to do the 3. Or the other guy comes in the morning. So people that here that going to work in the morning and they listen the following thing. Then in the afternoon, or Kyoko come with the hub and thing with a lessons and thing. They kind of echo and thing, say what's happening, what the people talk about it. Then you can come in the night and kind of, ease everything, make people understand. In the program, people see it like unshackle. You follow that program for years and years, right?
Yeah, Debbie.
Yeah. That program, I live on that program. That program educate us. I want the radio station I listen to in Labrador. Radio is the way that we move around in Labrador. You see, in Labrador, listening is one of the skills that the people have in Labrador. So we listen to things there. And the radio station cover all the things. So in the evening, when I play the program, we can listen to the program, carry through the night, and things that will not happen in Labrador. We go to bed and work in the morning, to catch all the thing. We'll catch all the program thing. So if there any means to keep the program through the fan, or maybe through the sponsorship or through the listening audience thing, we can come here and design something and thing, see how well we can kind of look at the program. We all monitor the program on social media. We see in certain days and we see in the platform certain thing is dropping thing, but we can all increase the number and look at and see what to do. But we can work towards that. So anything you can let us know what we can do. So I wanted to share.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Let's take calls. Let's hear from our audience tonight. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening.
Maurice.
Hello.
Yeah, Maurice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maurice, I still call you when I anything when I any problem. Your sister with the women and we come there, we sort it out. We begging you. I can still call you. Please, I'm begging you and Austin. When I anything from all coming to the radio station there, we begging you.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Okay.
We gather the women, we come in there tomorrow, and we start our only problem now. We say because I only want us. We say here, you should focus. I'm begging you, Maurice.
All right, good day.
I'm begging you and Austin.
Okay. See you.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
How you coming on?
By God's grace, we are here guarded.
Listen, just want to go keep my country, Gawat district number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, have your say.
Yeah, this show, some information.
You breaking in. Kindly make some adjustment, and then you call back.
Yeah. The station, actually, it can keep on for the night. Sometimes they will say that we listen to how Liberia is going. Sometimes people, for also like that, for us to even get food, some people to get food, so the information that people can give us, they keep up for some time. So now if people saying that from the station, they will not be doing the freedom hub talk. To understand, actually, I don't know whether the government are proud, the manager, the station manager, that people do not give us no information again, so we can be listening to it. So I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, you leave it there and go back to line 1. This caller, your name and you joining us from where? Hello?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is one of the tower.
Yeah, guitar, go ahead.
Brother, I put in the one about it's possible that you see me this. I follow your show every time, And the sign for the public this evening about the event that
Yo, this is Abu, Austin and Junkies.
Okay, all right?
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you for the question. You know, you really said the topic well. And whatsoever decision you will make, first of all, will pray along with you people. Because for me, you must be every time, advance yourself on making any decision is best for you. You cannot tie you anywhere. Because you do your best, and for me, I've been following this show is one of the every show in the evening with 20 people, and we used to people. So, and now that you're on the show, it gets a start for the public. More people, tonight they are feeling high for. Not me. We do you people and we listening. The last panel show why you will tell us about we still continue to follow you. Thank you very much for the show.
Okay, Gitawa, we'll leave you there and go to line 2. Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
By God's grace, go ahead. Your name and joining us from where?
Okay, my name is Charles Ford. I told you for Golden Hill. Thank you guys for the show. Since I've been following you,
Kindly lower your monitor.
yeah, I'm a secret listener. I don't call. This is my first time to ever call you guys. But really, I heard in news, it's short news. You got the president we are to. He just let the election result up and just pronounced he said defeated. And this is why you're doing. You guys, we know that we have hope on you. You're lying there, we can put in to tell us what to do now. Because we not get no good information and nothing we get from them. You are ready for our hand. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave you there and go to line 3. Hello, your name and you joining us from where?
Thank you, Molly.
Welcome.
I come here.
Yeah, by God's grace, we are okay.
Yeah. I think how you coming out, brother?
I'm okay. I'm great. I'm fine. Thank you. Just hear you.
Okay. This is running cat you want million. We are sent for the bank question we are. So I think and Dr. Murray and Becky, we are living with Chama in this country. They are start breaking the whole money house. I'm begging you, we don't want to hear how you're coming to start the show. Now this show we depending on. We depending on God, we depending on you for information that we can relay to our people. Now we have trauma in this country. Everybody going through that trauma. So there should not be adding another trauma on. I know that this one where you're talking is a joke. It's not something that is serious. But you should not be doing it. The whole man, they can't stand the tension. So I'm begging you, we don't want people to be having the kind of thing. Really, you people, we're hoping on God, we're hoping on you people. But you have to give reliable information. Because when if they don't only you people, they're coming to be living in inclusion in this country. Nothing good coming to be having. So, yeah, thank you. I thank you.
Okay, we'll leave you there and go to line 4. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, good evening and beautiful camera Johnny from Chikisi Factory.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, we want to say thank you for the time there's so much heartbreaking, most especially when I hear our mother crying, but I don't know what actually is going on. But it's so sad. It's so sad because we don't know what the situation is like and why it is. But I think when we listen to Freedom FM, most often we will come from where sometimes you can really relieve our mind because of the hardship in this country. But to just not seeing that you can't be on the airway is so much heartbreaking. I'm telling you, you are to my website said that why you don't want to be. I said, but it's good that only the people that are motivating in the country. So there's so much heartbreaking to them, my brother. Thank you for the time.
Okay, thank you. I'll leave you there and take this caller. Hello.
Yeah, thank you. Morris,
Welcome, Hussein Kiau.
yes, and let me say good evening to my friend, my plowmate.
I think just he's telling you something quickly.
So, first of all, it is always good to serve your country in different capacities.
Mm-hmm.
And Morris, what you do I think it's a way of contributing to society, you know. So if you were called to government, I guess the Ministry of Information has several positions for assistant ministers and directors, more especially professional journalists. I know when you ask all us, any of you guys to serve, you can go and serve the country in a more bigger portfolio. Look, I'm challenging you guys openly to just launch a data right tonight or this morning that every quarter and photo of this show should contribute $100 for and point your name to contribute. If you generate $10,000, we add to that $10,000. I mean, service the country, journalists in Liberia are not paid. It is paid job in Liberia. If not one of the thieves, then it's a thief. Journalists. So the sacrifices it takes to come on the radio to criticize and critique officials of government, you know what it takes. Even with all our disagreement on the radio, you know, many people don't want to see us for that. So the rich you take your family are rich. So you think it's the better day ahead, right? You think political rewards in heaven? Oh man, make sure information guys have an assistant minister position there. If you guys are called, go and say, my man.
We'll see. You do it, man. We'll see, man.
We'll see, girl.
Yeah, we'll see, girl. Yeah. See you, we'll see. This caller online one. Hello. Oh, Tona.
Okay, let's talk to Marcy C. Yes. Enjoy yourself to now because you will not be able to. Our last edition to now, so go ahead. You know my house?
I'm going to bed. I want to tell you, you people cry and you get off. You want to tell you, you
life goes on. You gotta accept it.
Thank you very much. Tonight is the time to express themselves. You know, Junkies, this is an emotional thing, and we have to understand. Let's hear that person.
When I get used to you, we're still in New York. Thank you. What you see? I'm going to tell you, when you put your thing, we meet you. So that's me asking you, bro. Thank you.
Okay, we'll leave you and go to line 2. Hello.
So we have like 5 minutes to go for the call session, and then we can
transition. Yeah, hello, this caller. Hello. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Austin Kawa is here. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Okay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, this is heartbreaking, man. I really don't know what the reason, but no. I beg you, please reconsider your decision, please. Please, we begging, we join my people to beg your. I don't know what's happening. It's not easy. They don't use the elbow there when somebody dies.
No.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I have that feeling. I saw my husband talking to me. I don't even know, sir. I didn't know myself. So I don't know what really happened, but I thank you. I thank you. Let's leave it on it, huh? Let's leave it on there. The way to leave it off. Almost got to freedom action there. Hey, you know how close they are.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. Your background, you have to switch the monitor off.
Please do not allow the people to laugh at us. Some of us who are your supporters. I'm not well, but when I listen to you guys tonight, I have to pick up my phone to call you. I take care your day or listening ear has your mother. You have second thought. I begging you. Josie Morris, I get on my knee, on my fake knee, and begging you people. I begging you go and think about it. Go there.
Thank you.
Kona, I will leave you
So
there.
let's take
Take
4 more calls and then we can transition to what we have to say tonight. Also, there are some other issues. There's this 19 billion joking. We have to say
yes,
something
yeah,
about
yeah,
all that.
sure,
So
sure.
let's take 4 calls.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. Man, like, you want to join the Unity Party with a confused government that they carry on. For any reason that you want to quit, sure. I think it's all pure frustration. You need to big time ahead and so. Well, I can get shook off the end of the day and tomorrow.
You see, if you want to join the Unity Party,
Yeah, we sure want to join the Unity Party. We are coming
I mean, you didn't do nothing to you tonight. Yeah, you didn't do anything to you tonight. But we said we are announcing our next destination tonight at the close of the show. Why can't we? Yeah, we are not doing night show again. We're not Freedom Hard Talk is over. Yes. That one by we're not changing it. Now only one person can change that decision now that go. Freedom Hard Talk is finished. Only God can change that decision now. We just gotta live with it. Okay, so keep listening for the clarity. Okay, let's talk to Hagar Gonda. Let's take Hagar Gonda. Hagar, welcome.
Thank you, Austin. I really appreciate you and your guy for the platform tonight. It's interesting. And on a front note, Austin, I just sit and listen to the callers, and I feel how much love and concern they have for each and every one of us over there.
Yeah.
In fact, since I decided to keep away from the radio, many of them have always called, checking up to know why I'm away. But the main concern is, how do you crossing over? For every time they hear you, they notice that you're now on the radio, they actually conclude that you have crossed over or you're trying to cross over. But the interesting thing is, Austin, his guy told people that they are not doing night show. And they said they will be announcing their next destination. And I'm sure the best thing listeners or the callers can do is to just wait and listen to Austin and his guy when they decide that, or when they make it known to you that, they are with freedom again, or they are not, or doing this or having conversation like this again, and you know where next or what next to see. But for us to just conclude that Austin is leaving, because Austin is announcing the closure of the hard talk, it automatically means that Austin is leaving to go to the Unity Party or the government angle. I think it is sad. I've been accused on several occasions because for me, I've been off the radio since January. I've been off the radio. Yeah. People will call my man, you crossed over. No, I'm not crossing over. Let me see this.
And hey guy, where I'm going, I'm taking you along with me. You have to come along.
That's good as I thank you. So let me say this to the world tonight. If I never had the mind to come back on the radio, I think from the calling segment tonight has reawakened my spirit. And trust us, we are in this for the betterment of our country. If many of us were people who running after their bellies and pockets around here, long time, I told people I say I got a very close relationship with the vice president, even more than the people from the CDC that we support today. But hey, this is not about what we want for what we want for ourselves. We want it for our country. So I really listen to Austin. I know where next Austin is going, but trust me, my Muslim brothers can say, Inshallah, you'll hear me back on the radio. Very trust me on this.
Hey, God, Gonda. Thank you. Let's take 3 more calls.
Lower the monitor.
Yeah. Firstly, I want to appreciate you guys for your hard work, especially the show. And everybody ready, you guys for the past time. You better start morning. But one thing is, the information given on the radio is not to get people to worry. you guys about to leave. We the common people, we just say, I'm moving for him. People will just believe that absolutely, leave radio station. But I believe that administrative issues sometimes, maybe this program is already in, you're going to another program. And in so doing, the management of the radio station also too might be looking at how far you guys are putting somebody to do. We are all just one somebody now. And usually in this program, I think will raise another group of people who will take over this program because this is very important to us. Then they have announced that that level is absolutely leaving this program schools. It will be actually for some of us because more of them will come from where we listen to this program. But however, we know that you guys are not leaving the radio station totally. Because I believe that management will not just say you leave the radio station. No. Because you guys not do nothing. But
How you know we not do nothing? How you know we not do nothing?
I know. Like working place now, you guys have not done anything. The management will just say you leave. But at least just make it clear to the public that we are leaving this program, but we are going to another program. At least leave somebody with us so that we can still be listening to the program. That's what I'm asking for.
Okay, thank you.
Program will not just be good. Thank you.
Okay, second to the last caller, this call.
Yeah, that's the last call.
Last call, yes. Go ahead.
Hi, bro.
We are good. How are you?
Not good.
Oh. Okay, let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Because for your person who is listening to the station, you say I'm leaving the station. Me, I'm not put there for if my sister is very one, they get in front of protest.
You don't listen to narcissists. You're not protesting anywhere.
Because you're telling me to see the show. So I'm going to see the radio station. I'm going to start the radio station. You're the station.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So that how we'll leave it there for the call.
Junkies, you see, the first issue I have with all of you, they called us. We told you we're opening the telephone line anyway. The emotions that were shared are clear indications of what they missed about the show, because that was the essence of opening the telephone lines for you to share your emotions and all of that about the show, the work we do here. We actually wanted criticism too, but nobody called to criticize us. So I feel so bad tonight. Criticism helps a lot. It helps us. It leads us into making adjustment, reorganizing,
and doing better,
re-strategizing to come back and do better. But nobody called to even criticize us. So for me, I'm disappointed in all of you. But let's transition to somewhere. Junkies, this 19 million job thing, I didn't want us to have any conversation tonight. I want us to go straight to our farewell messages, and then we open the lines again to take calls. After we should have delivered our farewell statements, and then we take calls and go home. But I don't know whether you have something to say about this job thing. If you have, I will let you flow, and then I will follow. I will pick up from where you stop. We can do that in 5 minutes, and then move on quick to something else, and then we'll go home. But I have something to say about this 19 million job thing.
Yeah, Austin, my position is coming from what was expressed by a Liberian artist who is named Pocky Raw in terms of the artistic arena. He expressed something that caught my attention, and I think it warrants serious analysis. He says the government is cherry picking and doing selective justice. And it is from the backdrop that he was once upon a time coerced and intimidated to even give his belongings to officers of the Liberian Drug Enforcement Agency. And he called them thieves. He said they took his belongings that were not supposed to be taken, even though he just had some of what was arrested from him as medication. And he was published the photo. He published the man, and they were parading the men all around town in the pickup. Today, about 6 persons were being arrested with huge quantity of drug worth over 19 million United States dollars. And the DEA acting boss, Diago, goes to the Ministry of Information regular press briefing and says to Liberians they are withholding those identities because they want the investigation to be smooth. They don't want the investigation to be manipulated. But other people were being arrested with similar substances, and they were being paraded. They were being disgraced and openly paraded all around Monrovia town, and all Liberians all around the world see them as people who were involved with either drug peddling or drug using. Today, you got about 6 persons who are involved with more than $19 million drug that was arrested and captured by the LDA. Why will the acting boss of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency go to the Ministry of Information press briefing and admit to Liberians that they are withholding the identity of those individuals that were arrested, with the over $19 million drug? What is the essence of withholding their names? That is my issue. And I think it is a serious concern, and the government will need to give the public a clear information on that so that we know what is obtaining. Because even the House of Representatives had summoned already the acting boss of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency to give a detail surrounding the 19 million.
Junkies, you know what? You see, and this 19 million, I'm going to say, yeah, I know. So that's our last radical thing.
You say one launch more.
Yeah, one launch, yeah. Because it seems like politics has taken over our sense of reasoning in this country, that we don't rationalize anymore, especially our leaders don't rationalize anymore. You see, Junkies, I will say a few things tonight. From the communication standpoint, to the political point, and to the security point. The first thing, Bucket Law is not the moral compass here in this matter. It can be the moral compass that will be used to assess or appraise the DA's decisions or actions. He can't. The reason he can't is because he is a perpetrator. So that Bucket Law family and sit down.
I think the message is what
I'm not interested in the message. You know why I'm not interested in the message? Because the message is contaminated.
Because of the messenger.
No, the message itself is contaminated with inaccuracies, ignorance, and emotions. So I'm not concerned about the message. It's like a criminal telling somebody, say, "Oh, I was steal $1,000 yesterday. They called me, they handcuffed me. They let me go steal 1,000. I didn't put handcuff on me." That's what Bucket was saying here.
Yeah, sure.
That's ignorance. Junkies, if 2 young because come here today, if Musa Bede comes to your studio, and where are you going? Nathaniel Bowie.
Anthony Williams.
I want you, Nathaniel Bowie. If Musa Bede comes to your studio, Nathaniel Bowie comes to your studio, the reception will not be equal, will not be the same. The reception cannot be the same. There's a standard way of receiving guests here, but the reception will not be the same. You go to the banks, people who go to the banks to transact, you go see people standing in the queue to receive their money. Other people will go sit down in the manager office or will sit down in a car downstairs. The teller will walk outside and deliver that person's money.
But why you choose Nathaniel Bowie?
Because at the answer, yeah, you got love. They ain't on the same level. They love me on the same level. Yes. So let's get this clear. Bucket Law, I empathized with you again because of the I don't want to call it I don't call it humiliation, but because you were caught,
the overreaching of
you were
authority.
mad, bro. The laws are clear. Pokemon is not supposed to be in possession of illegal substances. Let's get that clear. The DEA caught you in possession of illegal substance.
That must say they high on you.
Whether it was $5 US or it was 200 LD, you were caught with an illegal substance. You don't dictate to the law how they should treat you. The law even pardon you.
Yes. What I said is they were sorry for him.
The law pardon you against Musa Berede's son is in jail today for coach.
Yeah, the same drug. The same
Musa Berede's son is in jail for coach. You Bucket Road, you were arrested with how you call it marijuana.
Yeah. And subsequently released.
Which is illegal, and you were released, you were pardoned by the state. You can't be the moral voice here trying to checkmate the system. I see people, Bucket Road talking, but Bucket Road is not talking anything. He's being emotional.
I think just focusing the message.
Bucket Road is a one when you tell me to name 3 Liberian artists that I love. Bucket Road be on the list. I love his energy. I love his courage. I love his determination. I love his bravery. He didn't allow his situation to chase him into being a Zogo. He fought his situation. He battled today. He's a personality we can talk about.
Yeah, sure.
But Bucket Rock can be the one checkmating the DEA. He's a perpetrator. So let's get that clear. Okay, let's get that clear. The next thing is the communication aspect. I'll speak about it before we go to the politics. I mean, the security. You see, today I'll share with Okodi Jongi and say I have an issue with the DEA. And not only the DEA, but all government institutions and corporate institutions operating in this country, the way they interact or treat or take their communications people. 2 things. It's either the people they hire to provide public or corporate communication services for them do not have confidence in themselves. As a result, they depend on the entity's head to chart their course. Or they're not up to the task. Junkies, we've always said here that Austin Mordekawa Senior cannot work as communication person for an individual or an entity and allow the head of that entity to dictate to me on communication strategy or media relations. No. The DEA has some legitimate reasons, justifiable reasons why they cannot reveal the identities of those suspects. But they also have a way to communicate to the public that will reduce the pressure from the public on the DEA and the government. Junkies they have. If I were a communication person to the DEA will issue a statement. The DEA will appear today at MICAT. Blacko was not at his best. Because in the reason he was at his best in terms of providing the technical security information that is supposed to be out there. But when it comes to media relations, I'm not even too sure. I don't want to believe he may have consulted his media person, or I don't want to believe that his media person may have even contributed to his going at the Ministry of Information today. Junkies, the DEA does not want to reveal the names of the suspects. The DEA has a justifiable reason. Not even Mr. Bwaka or the opposition CDC or ANC is supposed to compel a security entity to reveal details that they are not supposed to reveal. No, that was not politics. There are politics there. Today, I see a lot of people say, oh, they arrested people. They don't want to release the names of the suspect. On what grounds? Just establish a grounds that you want them to release the names of the suspects. Because Boggy was placed on camera for further marijuana. He arrest a cocaine worth 19 million. He said, DA, reveal the names of the suspects. Just said that. Educated people speaking out of ignorance to them. Listen, I'm like, what are these guys talking here? You think security or you think security thing that politics or that propaganda or that emotions? The only thing I have with them is that hey, there could have been a way to play around that from the media point. The DA has arrested 6 suspects. Why did you keep that information? Until the public has to pressure you. Take away. So the DA did not have to wait for the public to pressure them before announcing that you arrested 6 suspects. No. That information should have been in the public without any pressure. The DA have made some arrest, they announced the quantity, 6 suspects have been arrested. If their details, their personal details are being taken, he said transactional investigation. Fair enough. So that while the transactional investigation is ongoing, you know what? You cannot reveal the names of those people. I tell you what, junkies. The people who were arrested today are not the owners. It's not job. They're not the owner of the cocaine. They are not.
They are just a transporter.
Liberia does not even have market capacity for 19 million cocaine. Liberia doesn't have capacity for 19 million financial consumption. So consumption capacity, financial capacity. Liberia does not have financial capacity for 19 million cocaine. Liberia does not have consumption capacity for 19 million cocaine.
So it was just transiting.
That junk was not destined for Liberia.
It was just transiting.
Yes. Liberia was only being used as a transit point. It means there are connections. There are connections. So the DA, along with our security people, will have to establish those networks. And somebody say, DA, call their names. Austin Kawa is laying in Sierra Leone, for example. So I have to use Sierra Leone. Austin is laying in Sierra Leone. Junkies is leaving Thailand, or let's say Kenya. Junkies is just being used to transit, to deliver, in fact, my cocaine. I mean,
to a transit point.
Thank you. So Liberia seems to be a volatile society where put our interests are not investigated. Junkies, don't go to Ghana, don't go to this place, go to Liberia and then transit. And then deliver in transit to Liberia and deliver in Freetown. Right?
Mm-hmm.
While transiting, Junkies is arrested in Monrovia. Junkies arrested, Chiefs arrested, Patient arrested. There's 6 of them arrested in Monrovia. Boom, DA goes, takes photos of the 6 persons, reveal their names in the public. Austin is laying in Freetown, knows nothing about them. All he knows, Junkies and the 5 other persons are coming to me. Boom, you go to the internet, post their pictures, post their names. Austin in Sierra Leone, when my brother here coming to me, they arrested them. Austin going. Austin going back to Thailand or somewhere in the Caribbean or Mexico or back to Brazil. You run me away. Mm-hmm. Because the reason why Austin is giving it, because Austin knows that those guys are only delivering to him. I pay them to deliver. When they are arrested, they will come and need. Mm-hmm. When they come and need, Interpol, they use Interpol to get me up. So the DA will not reveal the names of those suspects because they are not the owner of the cocaine. 1, 2, the cocaine is not destined for Liberia because we don't have financial capacity here. We do not have consumption capacity. So the cocaine was not destined for Liberia. The DA has to investigate, out of those guys, succeed in extracting information that will give them lead to the final destination of that cocaine. See how they can use Interpol to make arrest or keep surveillance while these guys are being investigated. Then they can come out now with information just in case they succeed in getting information from them about the final destination of the job, who the person is going to, who's the recipient, what they're for, their particulars and everything. They are getting the information is transmitted to the designated country and the Interpol, and then the person is arrested and all that. Then you can reveal their identity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want those guys to escape. Suppose those guys are right here in Morovia, in one of those hotels, only waiting for delivery to give in. Use vehicle and use the radio and go. Then they sitting down on the internet and see the names, the faces of those who they've already hired to deliver. They run away. They run away. When they run away, you don't break the cartel. You only arrest those suspects who are just delivering or pay to deliver, or probably working with them. And the main doers, those who have the money, those who financing it, they're gone. How do you break the cartel? How do you even identify the cartel first before breaking it? Because you have to identify the cartel. If you cannot give the DEA the chance to identify these networks, and you just want to see names in the public, you just want to see pictures, the DEA will not do the kind of work she's supposed to do if you don't give her a chance to do it. The junk security will not be able to work to do the kind of effective work you want them to do if you don't give them a chance to do it. Let the people do their work. We can play all of the politics. We can link the job to Joseph Boakajino, to Tamabwaka. All we want to do, that's the politics part. But we say DA is now releasing in the names of the suspects in the pictures because Joseph Boakajino or Tamabwaka is connected. What do we try to sanitize our politics, our politics? There has to be a point that you sanitize the politics. I saw a lady today cry on Facebook that her son has returned to the rehab. The video was emotional, one Guinness. But at the end of it, you know what she said? She said, why are they hiding the names? I said, yeah. If we mind everybody's emotions in this country, we want to do what is right. We want to solve some problems, but those problems do not get solved because we allow our emotions to drive, to influence the kind of work we are supposed to do. Some of you may not like my utterances or my analysis about this, but that's not for me to care. That's for me to sound right. That's for me to sound realistic. I know what I'm talking. There are some things we know in this country that some of you do not know. You don't want to hear name. That Tamabwaka Junior, that Joseph Bwaka Junior connected to the judge. Oh, that problem solved. That's all we want to hear. Suppose they had it in. They say they have it with Fina Bonoya with defend her, right? So Fina, I don't think Fina knows me when she see me. Maybe she knows me by face. But I'm not even too sure she knows my name. They seem to have it with the 100 million junkies here in under the CDC government, right? The UP keep. What did the UP do? Did they investigate the 100 million case? In the same power?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the 100 million case? So we can't, and we say we want change. Then we say, no, Johnny Moore, why you wear a t-shirt on Freedom FM on your last edition? James Weir, who was criticizing you, he took over the show. On his last edition, he wears the same well shirt. You criticize him or you call him out, then he say, "But hey, Junkies did it too." Then he goes by and say, "We want change." Where? Huh? Where's the change coming from? From us, the people. It starts with our mindset. It starts with our mindset, our approach of doing things. Change does not start with just amateur action. Emotional expressions don't change anything. We have to process ourselves. We have to be reasonable in our criticism, in our engagement, in our disagreements with each other. Now the country here, this would lead, this would lead us straight into our fair work stuff tonight. But let the DA do her work. The DA has some strong leads. If this 19 million drug thing is a cocaine thing, is a whole network inside Liberia, outside Liberia. The DA will have to identify those networks, build some strong clues, and get strong leads, get full identities of all of those connected to this 19 million cocaine before they come out to reveal some sensitive security information. Yes, that's how it works. There is professionalism in politics. The professionals should be allowed to do their professional work. The technicians must be allowed to do the technical work. The security people must be allowed to do the security work. And they should not be subjected. Nobody say don't criticize. Criticize. Do your propaganda. But don't say because you are criticizing or doing your propaganda, the DA must listen or submit. No. The same right you have to criticize or do propaganda or use propaganda to place a spin around the works of the DA to reserve their right and their authority and responsibility to act within the perimeters that guard or operations. We have to understand and strike that balance, and understand that this is how it works. You talk, I respect you. When I talk, you don't respect me too. Don't move on. Let the DA do her work. The DA will come over and investigate further investigation in this matter. We know that 6 persons are arrested. I'm not going into the politics. Yes. So, Junkies, please tell the people, Baba.
Yeah.
Just tell them, Baba, how do you want to lead your people tonight? It's time to go home. Just tell them, Baba, we'll take calls, we'll go into, we'll steal 10 minutes, our last stealing to them from Windian. Yeah, so
blew the last time.
So tell the people, Baba, the people don't rest this time. We're not doing that show. You know, be stealing this time. So
Man City, there's no need that you people protest. Favor Morris. For me, I understand the emotions. I know how it feels. Myself, the collaboration of Austin, in my mind, is short-lived, and it's not the way I expected. Howbeit, I continue to say to you, life goes on. You have to prep yourselves up for surprises, because that's life. The only thing that is constant in life is change. So you guys will just have to accept the realities, and the reality is the reality. What is unfolding is beyond our control, and all we can do is all rally around this platform, rally around the management, and whatever good agenda that is perfect to move our country and to allow you people to have peace of mind. Let us support to the management. It was a good time, and I appreciate. And will always be willing to work here as announcer or a political commentator, or maybe something giving news or doing other work here. So it was nice. It was nice being here on Freedom Heart Talk. So Freedom Heart Talk, bye bye. We're not see you again, but we stay here. That's it, Austin. So that a baba to you not hear Junkies Morris voice after tonight's edition of the program, Freedom Heart Talk, our final edition. Bye bye to all of our supporters, all of those that always kept us in their prayers. As I said initially, it was nice. It was nice working with you. It was nice interacting with you. The friendship is long lasting. Our knowing one another will continue to live perpetual. It won't change once we've already encountered one another. So I want to say, let us keep our fingers crossed for the greater prospects ahead of us. Thank you for always supporting. I'm Junkies Morris, and I say goodbye to all of you.
Yeah, the good day, man. Good day, Austin. You know, yeah, that was good day. Liberians. But you see, this is our country, folks. This is our country. Tonight, I say to you tonight, is a special night for me. A special night for me. As I sit behind these microphones for what will be my final edition of this program, the Freedom Heart Talk. Also, with a heart that's full of gratitude, reflection, and big hope. Yeah, big hope. Together, all of us have discussed difficult issues. We've celebrated victories together. We have jointly questioned our leaders. And we all have challenged ourselves as citizens. But tonight, I do not wish to speak as a host alone. I wish to speak to all of us as a follower and as a fellow Liberian. I say I'm a Liberian. So I'm not just speaking to you as a host, but as a Liberian. A Liberian who believes deeply in the future of our nation. And I think, to the best of my ability, we have exemplified that. You see, leadership is not merely about occupying an office. No, not merely about occupying an office or just holding a title, carrying it. True leadership is about service. It's about sacrifice. And it's about responsibility. Not just assigning responsibility, but assuming responsibility. And I know that in Liberia, we often judge our leaders, by their political affiliations, their social class, or their background before we evaluate their character and performance. Who the man? Now representative Junkie Murray, we probably even CDC. Now fully lawmaker, man. Eh? That's how we judge our leaders in this country. How about their political affiliations or their social class? Now I'm in the Masonic crowd. Yeah. I'm a football player, man.
I'm a Muslim.
I'm a DJ Blue. I'm a DJ, man. So yes, this is how we judge them by their political affiliations, their social class, and all of that. Before we sit down and say, let's evaluate their performance. But yet, history teaches us that great leaders emerge not from, privilege alone, but they emerge from vision, courage, a commitment to the common good. Commitment to the common good. Our nation deserves leaders who unite rather than divide. Our nation deserves leaders who listen rather than decide. Dictate. They're leaders who they just won't make decisions. Junkie goes so, Aussie goes so, Can goes so. They don't want to listen. This is a huge vacuum that has been created in our democracy that needs to be filled or checkmated. So yes, our nation deserves leaders who unite us, they divide us. Leaders who will listen instead of dictating to us. That's where governance comes in. Because governance is a bridge, or should serve as a bridge between the people, or between the people's expectations and the government's actions. Listen keenly. Governance. In the external world, governance is that bridge. But in the Liberian context, I say governance should be that bridge between the people's expectations. They want water, they want energy, they want quality education, they want good health care facilities, cheap, affordable ones, good doctors, nurses. Those are some of the people's expectations. So yeah, governance, that's the bridge between the people's expectations and the government's actions. The people want with their President William Nimle to give them water in Nikutan. That's their expectation. When there is no obligation to go to Nikutan and give them water, that's the government's action. And what is that bridge? Governance, leadership, listening, paying attention, including everybody regardless of political, accommodating everybody regardless of political side. Regardless of political side. But in this country, too often in this country, Liberians actually feel disconnected from the institutions that are meant to serve them. Take your microphones around, ask the people, talk to us, we are citizens. Go around, talk to Liberians. They will tell you that they feel disconnected. from the institutions that provide those to them. As a result, they feel that they are not being considered. That's the disconnection. So they feel disconnected from the institutions that are supposed or that are meant to serve them. What do the citizens want? The citizens want more than promises. The citizens want more than justifications. They want more than intellectualizing their lives or their living conditions. They want more than intellectualizing their situations. They want transparency. They want fairness. You see, the strength of our democracy is measured not just by the speeches that come from George Weah or Alexander Cummings or Joseph Braga. No, that's not what we use to measure the strength of our democracy. No. Our democracy, the strength of our democracy is measured by the confidence the ordinary people have in their government. The strength of our democracy is measured by the confidence that the ordinary people say we have confidence in our government. That's the strength of our democracy. When you can take your microphone around and do a survey, and the citizens can say, can say, yes, we have confidence in the legislature. We have confidence in the judiciary system. We have confidence in the executive. We can run to the judiciary and get justice. We can run to the legislature and get results. We can run to the executive and our problems will be solved. That's the confidence, the people's confidence. And that is the strength of our democracy. Do the people have confidence in our democracy? No. Do the people have confidence in our government? Take your microphones around and ask them. Confidence in our government. You take the microphones around and ask them. To the different marketplaces, different school campuses. Take your microphones and ask them. You see, when trust is lost, democracy weakens. Most people they say, hey, we don't have trust. That alone weakens democracy. Don't never allow the people to lose trust in you, in your government. Because when that trust is gone, it weakens our democracy. But when trust is restored, the nations around the world will prosper. In this case, when trust is restored in our government, the nation called Liberia will prosper. Running around, I've come to realize that one of the major challenges facing Liberia today is the issue of class and perception. I think Junkies and I were just having a conversation about it. Everybody, the perception is that Joseph Braga Jr. or Tama Braga must be linked to the job, to 19 million cocaine. When he's not linked, then the government is not transparent. Funanti must be the one that authorized people to bring capital building. If Funanti is not guilty of bringing capital building, then the justice system now correct. Samuel Toy must be guilty. When he's not guilty, then justice was not served. Mo Ali must be the one who told somebody to go forge his signature. Mo Ali was not the one who told somebody to forge his signature. Then they protecting him because he's a youth partisan. Perception. That's one of the greatest challenges we're facing in this country. Our democracy is challenged with the issue of perception. Our governance process is challenged with the issue of perception. I see somebody say, somebody say you've crossed over. Somebody say I crossed over to Unity Party already. The same perception thing we're talking about here. Don't support Joe we are and do your work with independence. Perception, the society that wants to change. We're used to these things. This is perception is a major challenge that we are struggling with today, and I believe that is the greatest challenge facing our democracy, facing our country today. We have created invisible walls between the educated and the uneducated, the rich and the poor, the urban communities and the rural communities, the elites and the ordinary citizen. We successfully build walls between those classes. You see that the divisions, you see that all these divisions, they often influence political decisions and public discourse. Look around and see whether these are not facts. What is influencing political decisions in our country? Class. The haves and the have not. Where do the ordinary citizens stand? Do you think the access you have to basic services in Morovia? Do you think the people in where junkies come from in Meriden, do you think they have it there? No. The biggest spending and development activities taking place in the urban communities compared to the rural communities. These are challenges that we who sit behind these microphones are confronted. These are governance issues. These are policy issues. These are the issues that are supposed to concern us. They're being concerned about what color of trousers somebody wear, what color of t-shirt somebody wear, what color of hat somebody wear, and all of that. But some of the followers do not want you to do so. And these microphones you see here, these seats you see here, the authority given to us to set the stage, to set the agenda that will drive us into growth, that will pressure, that will engage the government. And we have to engage. They don't want these things. And we have to speak about them. And we have been speaking about them. There are people who argue with us from all sides of the political divide. And that's good for us. We don't have to please everybody because we can't. Our analysis will not be sweet, will not sound sweet in the ears of everybody at the same time. Today, people will have to feel pleased. Tomorrow, people will have to feel displeased about our analysis, our commentaries we make behind these microphones. Yes. Every Liberian, regardless of social status, possesses equal dignity, equal citizenship on our laws. So there should be no rural Liberian and urban Liberian, no elite Liberian and ordinary Liberian. Democracy cannot thrive where people are not valued. Democracy will not grow, will not progress where people are valued differently, either because of their economic status or because of their social connections. In this country, we don't want to compete. We see competition as a sell-out mechanism. Politics should be a context of ideas. We should Junkies from ANC and from PPP. We must contest on ideas. Yes, contest of ideas. It's not a battlefield. I hate junkies because junkies disagreed with me, because junkies criticize me. That's not politics. We can't make our politics toxic in this manner. But unfortunately for us, our political culture in this country sometimes reward insults more than substance and division more than dialogue. Yes. This side say, yeah, cursing man. When you cursing man, mean you good. The other side say you cursing me, you're not good. The day you say, I'm cursing, then the other side say you sell out. They may change, you switch. We can't run our democracy, we can sustain our democracy with these kinds of perceptions about people, about individuals, about our society. We have to disagree. We have to engage our government. We have to checkmate our government. We have to criticize our government. We have to critique our government officials. But the issues must be the issues. The issues must be the issue. We have become so quick to so quick to label people in this country. So quick we start labeling one another. We're so quick to label one another as in other we're not enemy simply because you belong to this political party or this side. So we use the political camps that we belong to and say them as enemy. I hate the man. Who the man? I ain't not making a beautiful event. No man. I don't be about that man. No man, I can't my ad down them. No, I'm not getting my jingle down them. But disagreement is not hatred. Disagreement should not be seen as hatred. No. I know some of you may not want to hear this one, but this goes to UP and CBC people. Opposition. Opposition. They're not hostility. Opposition and not hostility, especially consistent hostility. I don't care who started it. I don't care who started it. But this is my favorite message for all of us tonight. Democracy flourishes, and we must get this. That democracy flourishes when citizens can disagree passionately, while we still respect one another's humanity. How do I want to see junkies in jail? I want to see junkies lose his businesses because junkies does not support me. Where is the humanity in that? The humanity in that? Why should I target junkies because he does not support me? The case of Musa Belete and the UP folks, they're fighting, bringing down Funanti, they're fighting. We can't. Oh, that Almighty Luther King Jr. late. He says, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do. Hate drive out hate. So hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do. So this is the time where we Liberians, it's about time we Liberians, we must embrace wisdom. Yes. Sometimes we must embrace wisdom. We Liberians. It's important. Political intolerance may produce temporary victories. Yeah, they're just temporary victories, but it can never build lasting peace. The intolerance you have today, the political intolerance you have today, you share today, they give you temporary victories, temporary time to celebrate. Do they give you lasting peace? Do they build lasting peace? No. If we truly desire national unity from all sides, if we truly desire national unity, then almost we must learn to replace suspicion. We must learn to replace suspicion, with understanding. We must learn to replace our confrontation with meaningful engagements. Meaningful ones. Nelson Mandela showed humanity. Nelson Mandela showed true humanity. That forgiveness is not weakness, but strength. Imagine after spending 27 years in prison, he emerged not with a message of revenge. Nelson Mandela came from prison with a vision to reconcile South Africa, to reconcile the whites and the blacks. Mandela understood that a divided nation cannot move forward. A divided nation will not progress. A divided nation will not make progress. Liberia, where are we? We have a painful history that we are not taking our time to reflect on. We are not. We must never forget, never ever forget the importance of tolerance. Never, because we know where we've come from as a country. How can we build a prosperous nation, a prosperous future, while we remain prisoners of political bitterness and all kinds of historical grievances, keep expressing all of that? We can't do that. We have to be we have to be civilized. Liberians were not a civilized people. We got degrees, we got ages, but we're not civilized. And so, as at times you think that authority or that power or their right, you say that I'm right. You claim right or use authority or power to do unconscious things, unnecessary things. We can do that. So that is our last edition on this video. You're not here us here in the next thing coming to feel on our talk and be give people time. We're going on. Everybody can be in peace. You people can be in peace. CDC people can be in peace. We don't need to be in peace. We do it on Thursday, man. This is the country we're living with. Which, as we transition tonight, our democracy is still evolving. Our democracy is still evolving. It requires strong institutions. Informed citizens. Citizens have to be informed. They must be informed. Our leaders must be responsible. And the media must strive to maintain and strike that independence, that balance. Democracy is not simply, it's not all about voting. Oh, that go vote. No, every year, go vote. No. It's about creating a culture where every voice matters and every citizen feels included. Whether our supporters, whether we support the government or not, I mean, our loyalty must ultimately belong to Liberia and not any political party or individuals. And we will end on this note. To every listener who agree with us, who challenge us, who criticize us, those who encourage us and pray for us. Some of them pray for our journey through this. I say thank you tonight. Thank you so much. Although tonight marks the end of the conversation, we ask you and we urge you to continue to stand for the truth. We urge you to uphold democracy. Respect different opinions. The opinions will differ, but let's respect different opinions. And above all, let's love our country. This country called Liberia. And I say good night to all of you. God bless our beloved country. The management has asked me to transition. And so on Monday morning, you will hear me in the morning on Monday. Beginning Monday next week, you will hear me on the morning show. The management has asked me to take over the morning show as host of the morning show. And we'll have a team to work with moving forward to rebrand, that we say in our post, to rebrand that platform. A platform that will accommodate everyone, but keeping our critical stance on the system and respecting the views of all sides and accommodating the views of all sides, regardless of which political party you come from. So we'll begin that journey on Monday next week. Until then, do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. Thanks for following us all those years at night. Thanks for believing in us. And let's transition to the morning show on Monday. I'll see all of you on Monday. Good night.